let me say hello to everybody and welcome them to Fashion Coffee Hour. This is our member spotlight, right?
And I need to recharge my phone. Okay.
One of our guests and panelists, Whit. We haven't seen Whit for a while, but Marcy, why don't you introduce
I
Whit?
think she's busy painting.
She's busy painting.
Whit is a very good friend of mine of many years. We were roommates in New York City, and we both got into the fashion industry. And now she's channeling those talents into painting.
Amazing what COVID does.
So it seems like, Whit, you're always putting up something new. How often are you painting something?
You know what? I probably paint one or two a week.
That's great. That's amazing. But Whit, I can't hear you well.
Oh, okay. How's that?
That's because
Much better.
That's because she's a visual artist, Marcy. She's visual.
Yes, that's right. No, but I'll paint a couple and then I walk away from them for a week and paint others, and then I come back and work on them again. So that's how it is. I don't know.
And then tell Fashion Coffee Hour how you got started as an artist. I mean, it's a relatively new thing you've been doing in the past 5 or 6 years, right?
Yes, I started painting lessons after school, probably in early days. My mother would send me away after school. Maybe she didn't want me in the house, but I painted and never did anything with it. And then I left and went off to college and was a horrible artist. I went to a liberal arts school in Virginia and could not please my art teacher at all. And finally one day I just threw paint on the canvas, and it was probably the first A+ I got the whole year. And then I just started getting into designing textiles. I wanted to be a textile, I like colors and fabrics. And then I eventually went to New York City, where I met Marcy as my wonderful roommate, and she's very creative, so that kept it going. And I don't know. And then I became a mother and didn't do anything but drive kids to all their sports. And just this whole COVID, I just brought out my paints and canvases, and I've got a house full of paintings that I have to get into galleries that are finally opening up. So
wait, you mentioned canvas. So are you oils or acrylic?
I'm acrylics. So I do acrylics and then sometimes throw in a couple of Sharpies with it. So I'm mixed media, I guess, but no oils. I'm not an oil painter.
Does anyone do oils today?
I don't know. I don't look at anybody's. I don't look at anybody's work.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, they do.
We're in the fine arts building, and I think many people here paint with oils.
Yeah, I actually have a friend in Virginia, a childhood friend that
it's very old school.
It just takes too long. I'm not patient enough to wait for the paint to dry to start the next step.
Yeah. And so Whit gave me a small painting of an oyster a couple of years ago, which I love. And tell us how that started. Didn't you go to your son's school, which is in Charleston?
No. Well, what happened was I was on an Amtrak from Boston to Washington, D.C. to go visit my daughter that was in college, and started talking to a friend, texting her, and she was painting an oyster shell in North Carolina and told me how to paint one. So I started scribbling, and then I started painting shells. So I have a lot of shells. I can show you, Marcy and Stanley, but then I went on to kind of contemporary art from there. And then
do you want to show us the shells?
Yeah, I'll show you the shells.
We love show and shell.
She sells seashells. Okay, so here's the back side of an oyster shell.
Lower it just a little bit, Whit.
Like that?
Oh, even farther down.
Pardon?
Oh, there you go.
So it's a big shell.
Yeah, this one's sort of large. They get bigger. And then I have a nautilus that kind of put me on the map. Stubbs and Wooten has, they bought the pattern, and look at the shoe they just sent me for,
Let's see. What color is that? It's so fabulous.
it's a velvet, kind of like an Hermes color. So
I love it.
yeah, I'm happy. I didn't pay for it. I got it for free.
Why did they
And
send
then
you a
this is
shoe?
my-
I don't
this
understand. A
is a
shoe for a shell?
Stubbs and Wooten is a shoe company, and they did a contest
Right.
for, you know, their shoes. They do a lot of
Wow.
different things.
We
Whit
should have
Leffel.
mentioned, you should have mentioned that at Fashion Coffee Hour. Everybody here would have been painting a painting.
And so my son helped me figure out, I know zero about technology. So he helped me figure out how to print it and put it on a shoe and color it all in on the computer. And I entered it, and they've been selling this shoe like at Nordstrom's and Neiman Marcus. So anyway, the
That's
design.
fantastic, Whit. I need one of those sons or daughters to help me with my technology.
But the sad thing is, people tell me I'm a shoe designer and I only won a contest. I entered my painting and won a contest, so I'm not a shoe designer. But anyway, maybe that's
Well-
my next phase.
That's all right.
But-
They thought Vincent Van Gogh was an ear doctor, so
That's
take
right.
what you can get.
And then this is a conch shell. This is like, can you see that?
Yeah, that's perfect. You lined it
So
up
they're like-
perfectly.
36 inches by 36 inches. And this is actually one of my favorites. So anyway.
I love the black background.
It's kind of Georgia O'Keeffe-like.
Yeah, I've been told that. Yeah, maybe I'm like her. I don't know. But and then that's all I have of that, because then I moved on to contemporary and stuff. So you want to see
Okay.
something?
Well, would
Unless
your
it's-
art teacher be pleased now, do you think? What do you think the art teacher would say now?
I think, well, okay, so I think they would probably like these. So I did this one's called Ocean and Alps. This is like 60 inches by 60 inches. Am I losing y'all?
Yeah, we don't see
Okay,
you
well, hold
anymore.
on. Okay, so that's okay. I'm back. Give me a second. Are you there?
Yes.
We
Okay.
never go away.
So- yeah, just me.
Marcy and I are like glue on fashion. We just
So I hate
hang
to show
on.
my living room full of
Wow.
canvases, but
Now we
that's
can see the scale.
yeah, so that's Ocean and Alps, and it's just got a lot of gold in it, and it's amazing the different, when it's hanging like at a gallery, the different things people talk about. They see kite gliding, which was the last thing on my mind. But anyway, or they see skiing down the, I thought it was an
That's
ocean, but
what's nice about art, don't you think?
yeah, you can do whatever you want and people see it the way they want to see it. I don't know. So I can't move too close because I'm on a next,
Wired.
yeah, I'm wired to the wall. But so anyway, so it's just been fun. I
So what's
think
your next-
everybody should do it. It's really
What's your
good.
next direction? Are you looking for more contests or more art shows, or what is your
Well, you know
next
what?
direction?
All of this, I've been doing a lot of virtual art shows, and that's just hard. And so I've gone through decorators because they have clients and they can show them, you know, my paintings, and they can buy them like that. And then I've gone to these, Boston's kind of, you know, growing in the Seaport area. So I've sending them to the buildings, at least paintings in the lobbies, stuff like that. And then people sometimes buy them, sometimes you get them back. So things like
That's
that.
life, isn't it? Sometimes
Yeah.
they buy it, and
Yeah.
sometimes they don't.
Yeah. And then I mean, I turned some of them into note cards, and you can't, I don't make any money from that, but it's kind of fun to have note cards once in a while you see, and you're like, that's my painting. So anyway, and down here I did, can you see this?
Yes.
So one is Sicily, Italy, and this one is Santorini, Greece.
Santorini.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did things like that, and then I got into feathers, and it seems like I have a big Montana Park City following. This is a feather. Can you see
Yeah,
that?
you're gonna have to
Oh,
show
okay.
that to Jane. Jane Mills, my friend.
Oh
her s-
yeah.
Her son lives in Montana.
Oh, and I have like that one.
Beautiful.
And look, Marcy, that's my little doorstop.
Oh, yeah. I got it at doorstep at Leslie Hyman.
And then that's one I call the Cameo Oyster because it's an oyster shell. But when I did the inside, I think it looks like a cameo. So I call
It
it.
Yeah, it
does.
does. How interesting.
Oh,
What
gosh.
did
I gotta
you
go back.
originally?
I got to go back to my wall. Sorry.
It was just the shell, but just after she finished the shape, she realized it looked like a cameo.
Yeah.
I know, but
just-
why did you put the black in there to begin with?
It's the inside of the shell. It's a crack.
It's kind of the-
Oh, we can't hear you.
Y'all need to go out and eat some oysters tonight so you can see the inside of an oyster shell.
Well, we live in Chicago. We're not near an ocean.
Yeah, that's
I eat oysters here. They ship
Yeah.
them in,
they do. Yeah. Anyway, so
but I should come to visit you and eat them, fresher.
Right. But anyway, it all started, Marcy, when you came to Cohasset. I was just starting. So, I mean, I just kind of kept painting and that little, I don't know what that oyster shell was. I gave you a little funky little oyster shell, but I moved on and kept on painting.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think what I was struck by is that you were, putting it out there. You made the paintings, you showed people, which is, what artists need to do. A lot can't talk about their art, can't show it, can't share it. They're too shy or whatever.
Right. Well, I'm going to give my children that credit. And I also, because I've just put it on my Instagram and Facebook, but I open it up to everybody and they're like, no, you're not supposed to let everybody look at your Instagram. So I guess my next step is just have an Instagram of my art. We'll see.
Interesting.
I mean, it pretty much is anyway. I post my dog and my art.
And why do they think you shouldn't?
Well, they
have-
just thought I'd get more if people just looked at just that it was an art.
I think
posting
it's
of-
nice to see the artist's life.
Well, I mean, most of the ones I have sold are to people that I'm friends with from around, not just here, the United States, really, but actually someone from London wanted one, and I say, oh, believe me, it would cost you more to have it shipped than for me to. So I actually talked her out of one of my paintings. That wasn't very good. See, I need someone to help me.
You can always
No way.
unroll. You can always
Jesus.
roll it up and ship it.
No, it's not like one of those. We were just looking at the heist last night at the Gardner Museum in Boston, which is great. If anybody wants to see it, it's on Netflix. They cut through every canvas and roll them up, but I don't think mine are rollable.
You should look into that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then, what else was I going to say?
I don't
Just,
know.
so your children encourage you. Another reason to have children.
Yes, they tell you when to do it and when not to do things. They've been very encouraging. I mean, it's been a crazy year. I even brought out my sisters and my old pot holder looms, and I started making pot holders, and my son videoed me and sent it in the Sunday morning show. It's like the big Sunday morning show. I can't even tell you what Netflix. And I was on it. I mean, I got on it. I had people calling me from all over, like literally Florida and California, saying, Whit, was that you with the pot holder? And the sad thing was, I was trying to show my paintings on the wall behind me, but all they focused on was the crazy pot holder.
So that old-fashioned kind?
Yeah, the little red metal loom with the little sock rings. You like,
Yes.
yeah. I don't know. My sister-in-law brought her grandchild over, and we started playing with them. And after they left, I had a mountain of loom. I just kept making them. I gave them away as COVID gifts. Anyway,
That's
whatever.
nice.
Yeah,
That's
Maybe.
nice.
maybe you'll get one in the mail.
Well,
next
that's
week.
kind of a fashion, or it's textile art,
Yeah,
essentially.
yeah. It was
So you're-
therapy. It was
You're
good
crossing
therapy.
over.
Yeah.
Crossing
Yeah.
over.
You've done a shoe and you've done textile art.
Yeah, it's been a creative year. But anyway, I hope I keep on. I don't know what I'll do next. But anyway, any suggestions? I've gone from shells to feathers to contemporary to, Greece and Italy. I'm
Wow.
up for whatever.
Yeah. I love it all. I love it all.
But thank you.
I think I'd like a feather. How much are the feathers?
Well, most of these I sell. Well, I actually have little feathers too that are like 10 inches by 10 inches. But most of my paintings I'll sell for like 800 to 1,000, and the galleries double it or more. So, except for Ocean and Alps, that's like 2,000 for me. But anyway,
I think you must paint things that look good in your home because all those paintings look good.
No, I have like a New England home people call the Bob Newhart Inn. I just take everything off the wall.
I don't know. I didn't read or watch Bob what?
Bob Newhart.
Yeah, I'm showing my age, probably the Bob Newhart Inn.
No, but I don't think I don't know. I don't think that's what it looks like. I think it looks amazing.
I want to show my two newest. I don't know if anyone has seen this. So this one's one I'm getting a lot. People are interested in this one. I called it a sand and snowstorm because I was on the beach and it was snowing and sand was literally blowing all over the place. And then I did this one. So this is kind of my phase right now. So anyway.
Those are great. Have those been well received?
Yeah, but I mean, they've been well received and I've had offers and some people take them and then I get them back because they're like, you put it on your wall and it might be 1 inch from the door. Just, they don't fit. That's why I like for galleries to be in charge of it instead of me.
Interesting. Well,
do you have them with a gallery currently? Oh, we lost you again.
Oops, I keep putting my finger there. Okay, I do, but they've all, they're all virtual. Nobody's really having big exhibits. I'm trying to have my own exhibit in just our local South Shore gallery. So I'll know soon.
That's terrific.
Yeah, I don't know that you told me how much a feather was. You said 800?
Oh, well, so I have two different sizes. The one with the frame is probably the one, okay, here I go. My phone's just not working. That one, I would sell for like 800.
Lower your phone. Lower the phone a little bit. You would sell that for what?
Like $800 myself, where a gallery would, I'm looking for it's 40 inches by 16 inches.
Yeah, that's
so
beautiful.
I could sell that for 800 myself, where a gallery would double it. This one is like 800, but it's smaller, but it's because, it's got a $200 frame around it. So I bump it up for the frame. So that's it.
Nice. Well, you're an artist and a business person. That's awesome.
Yeah, well, maybe maybe they'll all sell soon. They just randomly float out every once in a while. People want them. So I'm hoping.
Well, I think you're smart to work with interior designer, because I know we have an interior design company here on our floor, and that's a good hookup. Yeah,
the interior designers, that's a good one, because everybody has different tastes, and a lot of people just let their designer tell them what looks best, and it just works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and interior designers, not all, but many are very busy since COVID happened.
I just tell them they can take them and use them and see if they like them. If they don't, they can bring them back. I should learn not to say that, but that's what I do. So anyway.
Well, you have to be yourself and everyone loves you.
Yeah, I mean, if that works for you, and that's interesting. There's always some psychology involved. You guys have to analyze what the psychology is there. People have too many choices.
Yeah.
Problematic.
It's a new year. I've never done anything like this. And look, now I have like 35 paintings to sell.
And so you have a room just where you have, that's where your studio is.
I have it was a guest bedroom upstairs. It's a little loft and it's just, whoa, gosh, I've lost you again. Can you hear me?
We can hear you, but we can't see you.
Okay, I'm gonna stay connected to the wall. So I turned a little guest bedroom, and once again, my children told me to do it because it's full of light, and I just have my table up there, and I don't use an easel. I guess a lot of artists paint on easels. I stand up, I put it flat and stand up above it and paint. So I just have a big flat art table and I stand above it and paint away.
That's awesome. I'm so happy to see everything.
And I also use like paper plates for my palettes and mason jars for my brushes. It's not a good studio, but anyway, it works.
It's what you're comfortable with. That's why it works.
Yeah, and then my dog sits right beside me. We have a good time.
And did you mention that you're giving Fashion Coffee Hour a discount?
I am 15% if anybody's interested. And I also have a website. It's whitleffel.com. Leffel.
Oh, okay.
But
and the paintings are on the website?
All of these are on the website.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, because I just removed everything that was sold. People were asking for things that had sold. So I finally had to get my daughter to help me. I don't know how to do this. She had to remove things. But anyway, yeah, so check it out.
All right.
All righty.
Will we see you tonight or?
Yep, I'm gonna be there. Ready.
All right.
Okay.
See you then.
Thank you, Whit. Thank you for joining us.
Bye.
Okay, bye.